Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Calpac Pack. And don't be alarmed, that Bearyena that you see amongst us is simply Uncle Bearyena, the friendly local Bearyena who is actually the beloved mate of Noosa, who has fallen unexpectedly for his charms and he for her. And since she has a very short life ahead of her, since she is quite the sickly nicheling, only 9 days old and already through more than half her life, we completely and perfectly pamper these two and let them have as many children as they want. But we are back to our Calpac tribe in our extreme niche challenge. And believe it or not, even though this literally looks like we're simply having a walk in the park, we are on one of the killer islands, one of 4. Where the deep jungle defeated us, it appears that the deadly hills just open up a bounty to us. And that's probably because we were lucky enough to end up with so many clawed and ram-horned creatures early on. But that is simply the luck of the genetic dice. Some of us have it, and on the other side of the island, some of us don't. It's a bunny! Get it, Antil! Alright, so Antil got some food at least, and she is helping us to conquer this side of the island. You keep it up, Antil! You keep it up! If you could have children, I might let you, but you're way on that side of the island. But we continue our conquest, my friends! Please check the previous episodes if you would like to know what the heck is going on. It'd be kind of awkward to just jump on in like the 4th episode and try to understand things. So, ask in the comment section for our friendly pixel biologist to assist you in unraveling the mysteries of what's happening, or just check the previous episodes and you will find out about our tales of conquest, our blind genetics twist we're doing to this challenge, our overall goal to try to get to the point where we can unlock 100 days survived and conquer as many islands as possible with this tribe. I'm pretty excited. I think I just want to conquer like I guess conquering a snow island with no grass, that's kind of pointless. But I would love to at least conquer a few of the hard islands, like this one and maybe the jungle. Okay, maybe I just have it in for the jungle, but enough of that babbling. Alright, so last time we did lose one of our elders, Kier. And since this tribe has finally survived long enough to start developing some semblance of culture and civilization amongst them, and I should say this pack, because we're really focusing on the pack mentality here, but Kier passed away, and we are beginning a new thing where we try to push all of our elders as high up as they can go, and their bones are meant to look out over their descendants and over the pack as they go through time and watch after us, both to make sure that they can watch over us in a loving pack-like way, and also to watch over us with the pressure that an elder will pass on to the next generation to improve upon the pack, to make it even stronger and more powerful, to make it able to conquer more land and defeat those Bearyena that we must in order to show that we are the strongest around. That is simply the way of this tribe. We won't think about it too much. I know a lot of other tribes are really driven by more peaceful and even more complicated cultures. This tribe, they don't want to be bloodthirstily strong, but they simply accept that to protect one another and to establish the best that they can be, they need to be the strongest. And that's true. If you are not strong enough and a killer Bearyena shows up, your tribe could be wiped out, and they see it as a responsible requirement to be able to take care of a danger like that and protect the next generation. But to simply have to flee is too risky. That's irresponsible behavior in their eyes. You don't turn and flee, you fight. But you flee if you need to, but you need to go back and like fight them later. I almost tried to come down here because I'm so like fight building mentality, and I almost tried to attack Uncle Bearyena. I'm sorry, Uncle Bearyena, I won't do it again. I'll remember that you're one of the good ones. Alright, anyway, we also learned last time that I do not have to feed Kuvan here poison berries. I will not force this poor man to go ahead and just eat endless amounts of poison berries like I was going to. He is a wanderer who reminds me, maybe he's a descendant from our Stinky Cheese March, our Stinky Cheese tribe that we used to have. But he is a wanderer who I was going to feed poison berries to unlock the poison fangs. However, I was wrong. You do not get poison fangs from being able to eat poison berries. That's toxic body. I would still love more suggestions on a challenge that I could do with toxic body, but we'll come back to that later. We have our hands full with these guys for now, and we're trying to just become like wolf-like and strong right now. So since we don't have to have our wandering addition Kuvan, we're gonna make him an omega though, because he's blind and he's not very strong and he's very timid, and maybe he had a toxic berry addiction at one point, but he is going to be our babysitter now. So he's gonna watch over the little one. We're gonna go ahead and send Rani up here to mate with her mate and pop back down here. They have only so far had one sickly child. They're doing really good if you ask me. And to kill there's a bunny. To kill is going to be working in the background back there. We'll have his daughter come and join him. They just have so many strong children, and they have strong grandchildren, like little Kirku here. Kirku is the firstborn child of Uncle Bearyena and Nusa, who should really have another child. So we're just gonna make him nice and comfy right there, no problem. And he's pretty strong, and I think his aunt Kisly has taken a little bit of an interest in him, at least enough of one to make sure that he doesn't like immediately get eaten and die. So, and they're getting bolder. We're not really so worried about having our nest in exposed locations anymore. So she's keeping an eye after little Kirku, and hopefully he'll grow up nice and strong. And he did introduce the Bearyena claw into the family tree. I should probably go ahead, Nusa, I'm gonna add that, because if we can have like a Bearyena claw on both hands, that would be so cool. Super strong child, come! And also let's try to get ram horns in on her children as well, so we can have really strong attackers. And that infamous cracker jaw that just appears to have my tribes endlessly enchanted. I always end up with Crackerjaw in my tribes. I know it drives a lot of you guys batty, but you saw it from the beginning. I didn't do that, and we actually cannot put Crackerjaw into the mutation menu. I can only put in things related to being a stronger fighter into the mutation menu is the rule. Again, there's a lot of rules. I don't want to confuse people, but I'm not going to spend the whole time like usual trying to explain it again. So if you're new here, make sure you go and check the previous episodes. Okay, I say that in my teacher voice because we get a lot of the younger people who are like, I don't understand what's going on. Just watch the old ones then. It'll help, I promise. Alright, so Halo is actually over here with his nephew, Roro, and they're having a grand time scouting out the edges of the territory. And this is actually a smart idea because all of the areas that we can cover with our sight and keep in our line of sight will not spawn Bearyena if there's no grass and there's no shadow. If we have areas that are exposed or that are hidden, like even like this little patch right here, especially with that grass, that could actually spawn a Bearyena, a killer Bearyena no less. And I'm pretty sure with all of the claws we have, we could take him, but still, we don't want to take those risks. Also, apparently we just unlocked a gene. What? I see in here. Oh, the nose! We just unlocked Big Nose, if you ask me, which would be pretty darn cool. I think we'll leave it for now. We have pretty good sniffers. If we go to the jungles, then having a better sniffer so we could out-sniff the smelling ape would be awesome. But I think we're okay for now. Alright, scooching over here. She's already been taken care of. Let's carry on and let's go ahead and see what our next fleet of babies is going to be. Alright. Only mom is sick on this one. And our child, Istri, has double Bearyena claw. Huzzah! Huzzah! So even though she was not born with, she wasn't born with ram horns, she has 7 attack. Wow. That's really cool. It's a lot easier to make a fighter than I thought it would be, to be completely honest. That's pretty awesome. No new genes unlocked, unfortunately, which means that we don't have any of the other Bearyena traits just yet, but they could be lurking recessively. So actually, I'm gonna, well, as long as Nusa's alive and Friendly Bearyena has some days left, I don't think I'm actually going to make them breed with others, but, alright. I think I'm going to go ahead and say that Talark is going to come over and be a good uncle and guard the baby. And we're going to go ahead and have Nusa. She's going to need to get a little bit more distance. Darn it. Yeah, Noosa's gonna come over and mate. There we go, with her friendly Bearyena mate. Uncle is going to guard baby Isri. And we'll have the twins actually kind of frolic around the tree here, destroying berry bushes and eating nuts because they can. As long as they can, I will allow that for them. It's a little cheaty, but our tribe is getting big and we need to feed them. So yeah, eventually we'll make strict carnivores, guys, but I think I'll address that issue. I don't want to just make my nichelings starve just on principle. You know what I mean? They starve enough on their own anyway that I don't need to make up some principle to make them starve. It happens. All right, so Kirku, he has gotten old enough to really start joining us. I heard something. I don't know what that something was, but I definitely heard something. There's little baby Duktanu over here. He is nice and strong too. Having those Bearyena claws in the family tree is going to be awesome though. There's some leeches nearby. We're going to have Kuvanu, the basically the like babysitter, stick over here. He can't see a thing, so he's in charge. The kids, I just feel like the babies would definitely take advantage of the fact that he can't see a thing and just like be quite the little rascals. But we're gonna keep him close by. I think Ismi is old enough now that she can travel without incident, but I can't remember, and I'm a little nervous about that. Kisly, I wonder, I don't think she would mate with Kuvanu. He is blind. That sounds like a very bad idea for the strength of our tribe, actually. So I'm just gonna have Kisly work on clearing away and conquering this little patch right there. Get away from the baby. Talaric is going to protect his niece. They're a very close tribe. I very much like that about them. Roro has snagged some food over here, to which his uncle, I think, would be quite proud of him. We're conquering the island, one blade of grass at a time. Whatever I must do, we shall do. Kosimi, we've got so many nichelings. I gotta be careful. Once we get to over 20 nichelings, it actually gets very unwieldy to take care of the tribe. So I think I may naturally cap it at 20, which I didn't think I would even have to worry about on a killer island. Are you kidding me? Like, I really thought it would just be basics of survival. I sure didn't have time to worry about my tribe getting too big on the jungle island. Yes, I'm still sassy about that. You can just eat yourself some bunnies and stick away from my babies. Speaking of bunnies and babies, we have a Bearyena! A Bearyena has arrived, and we have a new child named Thonro. Jeez, I am so proud of Ronnie and so proud of Tarkil. They have been able to have so many babies. I am just so impressed with the health of their tribe. It really is quite impressive. Rani is gonna go ahead and just like take care of that. Kosimi can come over and she can, I bet she would be growling a little bit that her father was threatened, and she would be clearing away the grass to kind of conquer that spot. And I think that would actually get Kisly's attention too, that their parents were threatened. Their parents are like the alphas, if we're going to use those terms. That's unacceptable. That's absolutely unacceptable that they were threatened. Oh, somebody got bleached. Who is it? Oh, it's one of the twins. Alright, so Lasri got leached, so let's come down. Her brother would be quite happy to assist her in removing that. No, don't mate with your brother! That was a close call. Oh my goodness, we'll kick the tree. Yeah, we're a little bit low on food, but we'll do okay. Alright, so Isri's gonna scooch over, and her uncle is still going to watch after her, and her mother, Nusa, only has a day left to live, so we'll go ahead and have a baby. Wow, that's a lot of bunnies. I think that Talark wants to hunt them so bad, but he needs to keep an eye on Isri. She can't go near her mom because Nusa is our only sickly nicheling, and she can actually pass that sickness on like the plague. Geez, we are really doing quite well. I am very happy with this. We're gonna have to start having babies soon though, and that makes me a little worried. Well, we've got the nest for it. Good job, Halo. Wow, good job. You guys found like a Dodomingo nest. Maybe the Domingos are the ones who make these permanent nests. In fact, they look like they were in the middle of trying to like lay some eggs, and we just wandered in, and they're like twirling around like the upset turkeys that I often tell the story about. Oh my goodness. If you haven't heard my baby turkeys dancing in circles on the highway story, you gotta ask me sometime during our future streams, guys. Who's this? Remy! Hello! We might invite you into the tribe. I need genes. I don't really need your genes, but I need immunity genes, and sometimes you just gotta make that call. All right, so we'll have Cook here. I think he'd be very proud. Rah! And he'd like chop down the grass with his claws. He knows how this works. He knows how to protect his family. I think we'll go ahead and have Talark jump up here. He's still watching over his niece, but now he's not in leech territory. I thought this was a Bearyena, and I was like, get it, get it, get it. No, it's a rock. It's a rock, Seri. I would not make a very good hunter in niche, I think. Also, this is a problem. We cannot let her get bleached. There's no one to help Antil, and I kind of like her. She's really doing her best for what she's got to work with. All right, conquering the island. It's kind of interesting. It was super hard when we first started, and the Bearyena, like there were killer Bearyena everywhere. Where have they gone? Am I about to find out? Dun dun dun. Oh no! The baby! Baby, are you sick, or is it just that your mom died? This is so interesting. All right, guys, it is a dark day. Noosa has died before her parents. Unnatural that is. And left behind, however, a healthy daughter named Siko. So little Siko needs some protection stat, actually, now that I think about it. And let's see, Isri, can you get this? Okay, Isri's got good movement. Her dad is way over there. We're actually going to get Lasira jumping over here to possibly be the mate of the friendly Bearyena. I think Duke here is kind of enchanted with these nuts, so he'll just eat those. I think that Talark wants out of here to go and do some hunting, but he's got to keep an eye on his sister's child, her last born child, Siko, who actually has 7 strength. Thank goodness, that's a lot of strength. What do we have over here? Little baby Vanro is ready to come down from the nest. Gosh, we've got Dodomingo everywhere. Huh. See? We're starting to get to that point, guys. At 20 creatures, I will say that we are capped out for a little while. And let's see, we'll go ahead and clear this nest spot. And Ronnie can jump down here. I don't think we'll take Remy as a mate. I don't think it's like critical yet. We've only had one nicheling actually need, yeah, we've only ever had one nicheling actually need to go ahead and remove themselves from our presence for sickness. I know that's really risking things, and that we may end up with sickness all over the place, interbreeding pretty soon. Oh, dang it, Kuvan, I'm sorry. Hang on. Maybe to kill... Here, we're going to send Kosimi back down here so that Kuvan, he's going to just have to follow. He can help clear things, though. We'll kind of be like frontline with the strong people, and then Kuvan can kind of just like help clear the grass so we can conquer an area. All right, we've got another baby right over here who's going to jump down with mom. Oh my goodness. And then we've got Bunny to eat over here. There we go. Hang on. There we go. All right, ate the bunny. And then Roro is proudly... okay, he's exploring and eating bunnies. There's a lot of food. No wonder there's so many Bearyenas here. There's just so much hunting to do. There's so many bunnies all over the place. And yeah, I think we'll go ahead and let Remy go. If we start running into more sickness as we begin to interbreed our creatures again, which isn't going to be much of an issue for a little while because we have so many young, healthy children with a lot of good traits. And we have a friendly Bearyena I'm going to try to mate with again to get more genes in. Then we'll invite wanderers into the tribe. But now is not that time. We don't need to worry about that. That is simply a ill-fated wanderer who we don't really need to have anything to do with at this phase. If we one day take them in as servants, that's one thing, but the only thing we would really need a servant for is to watch our babies, and I think the pack is a little bit closer than that. They prefer to do it themselves. And then the other thing we would need a servant for is to eat poison berries, and I don't need that, it turns out. I really want it, though. I really want to have toxic body colors. Just, this isn't the tribe for it. I can accept that. I wish I knew which tribe it was for. I want to do the jungle challenge again, don't I? All right, after this, we'll probably return to the jagged jungles and we'll see if we can endure. All right. So next up, we had the death of a creature. Oh, our little blind man died. Oh, poor little guy. He was a lot older than I assumed, actually. We also had a Dodomingo apparently die of old age. I don't think Roro's really gonna complain. Hala has got a bunny, just like literally, there's just so much food. We can't even move. There's so many nests back here. Look at all of this food. This is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Oh no, it took my food. You nasty bird. I was gonna eat that. All right, yeah, there's literally so much meat everywhere from all of these bunnies. We literally can't keep up, but we're gonna have Seri come over and meet with this friendly Bearyena before he passes away. And actually, Siko here, I feel like may make a good mate for Kir Duke Duke. He's got double claw. She's got, I'm pretty sure, double Bearyena claw. We haven't unlocked anything other than Bearyena claw. So we might have them end up mating, and they're a little bit further apart on the family tree, which is much better for us. But she's gotta get big enough to be able to make that journey. So who knows? All right, yeah, we're at 16 creatures. So as long as we stay somewhere in the range of like 20, then I'm okay with that. But anything more than that, too much to control, it just gets chaotic. So that's my rule. After hundreds of hours of playing this game, I've learned my lesson. All right, so we're gonna have the daughters go forth. We have so many strong nichelings. Tarkil is getting older. Rani is getting older. They do have room for more children, so I will actually allow them to have a couple more kids because there is room. And yes, that does mean that most of the tribe is actually going, whoa, bunnies! Hey! Come on, kids! There's plenty for everybody! Look at all these bunnies! Oh my gosh! There's so many bunnies! Oh my goodness, I think that would just get the whole tribe, like, excited. There is so much food over there. Kirku! Come on, buddy! Like, work your way through there. There's so much food. This place is just... I think that Talark is, like, gnashing at his teeth, wanting to go and do some hunting. But we gotta wait till Siko is big enough, and I don't think she's big enough just yet. Alright, so who do we have left? Alright, right over here we have Tarkil, and he is going to do a little bit... Oh, there's a little nut there. He can do some exploring and eat that nut. I'm so proud of how many healthy children they've had. When there is the chance for them to have sickly children, they have done well. They have done very well for me. And I feel like Until has resigned herself to a slightly lonely life, but holy moly, is it a life full of bunnies. And we are working on conquering this side of the island. All is fair in love and war, and I think that that is actually Until again? Somebody, oh, are you trying to mess with my alphas? I think not. Look at that, Vanta has been born. I think that that is the perfect final child for Tarkil and for Rani, a son who looks identical to his father. Yes, Vanta, I'm going to name you Tarkil with 2 L's, because that is one of my favorite things to do with my tribes, actually, is when we do have a strong nicheling. We'll go ahead and destroy this nest so that he can grow faster. But when we do have a nicheling who I want to name like Junior or the 3rd, I just add extra consonants and it works pretty well. Add extra letters. Yeah, you can stop pretending like you're eating my babies if you don't mind, squeaky bird. Ugh, always makes me go, no, my babies. But that's what it's meant to do. Oh, who got bleached? Oh no! Not Until! That was exactly who I didn't want to be bleached. Oh, darling, I can't do anything for you. Like, you're so far away. You would literally lose your life trying to get over there for the tribe to take care of you. Phooey. Alright, well... Speaking of the tribe taking care of itself, we're going to jump over here and we're going to have Lasira go ahead and become pregnant with the child of the Bearyena. We're also going to have Siko. I think Siko and Kudukir would actually be a good couple. So we're going to send her over here. We'll try that out. I need my Bearyena born children to actually start having babies sooner rather than later anyway. Let's see. And I think Talark is like, I'm finally free to go hunting. So we'll send him out. And I kind of want to send Isri over to Roro. I feel like Roro has this awesome spot. He's got like all these nests. There's often abundant amounts of food. He has been successfully raised by his uncle Halo. So I'm going to send Isri over towards them. so that we can start getting some genetic movement of our immunity genes moving and grooving. And Kisley I would love to breed as well, so I should probably breed her with the friendly Bearyena before he dies. That's the safest person I can think, like the safest creature I can think to breed them with. And then Quirky is actually the child of a Bearyena as well, so he is safe to mate with some of my favorite females that we might have on this side, which actually is Cosimi is my favorite over here. I like her stripes. I really like her stripes. But Ismi may also be a good one to possibly mate him with. So I think that will allow Quirky to kind of finish exploring this little corner. Maybe, oh no, his little brother got a little leech, so we'll get rid of that. Yeah, I think we'll allow him to finish exploring those corners. And then once he's done, we'll send him up here where Cosimi and Kisley are kind of glancing around going, I wonder where a good spot would be to set up a nest. They're of that age. It's about time. They're about ready to go ahead and have some mates of their own. All right, so anybody else? Oh, and Kyotuku, I almost forgot about you hiding down there, you sneaky thing. All right, we'll get this cleared out and then we'll have Seiko come over, but I think that there's just something about them, probably his white mane, probably her white claws, that makes me think they would be a good couple. So all right, we are really clipping along, guys. I think that we're doing pretty good. Good to keep an eye on the tribe size. I'm kind of perplexed at how easy this killer island has turned out to be, but just watch us get ready for an entire raid from killer Bearyenas. But if nothing else, we're conquering the island and my confidence in playing niche and being quite good at it is finally returning. So maybe we can tackle the jungle sooner than I anticipated. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.